The time has come again for the men that race the fastest cars in the world. 2 years ago, NBC made history with the first live flag-to-flag coverage of a 500-mile IndyCar race. It was a day to remember. The race was just underway when Bill Whittington spun, barely missing Phil Alsop and his passenger, our miniature onboard camera.
When Whittington started to spin, I couldn't go up to my right because Gordy was up there, so the only thing I could do was head for some daylight down below him.
As the green came out, the battle fell to Tom Sneva and Mike Mosley. Pancho Carter spun, but rejoined the race. Under the yellow, the racers sought the pits, but the routine turned terrifying as Herm Johnson's car caught fire.
Well, when the fire broke out, the first thing I wanted to do was just get out of Dodge and worry about anything else later. Just get out of that car.
The race was stopped, but the fire burned on. Heroism was commonplace as brave men waded through invisible alcohol flames to stop the blaze. Some crewmen paid a painful price. The drivers prepared again, concentrating on the drive itself, erasing all thoughts but the 500-mile challenge. Tom Sneva resumed the lead. The grand champion, A.J. Foyt, slammed the wall. His right arm was shattered. Some said his driving days were over. They knew little of the strength of Foyt. He would return. Johnny Rutherford blew a tire but drove the car to a stop. Pancho Carter survived it all, winning his first ever IndyCar race and the first Michigan 500.
When we spun early in the race, I felt that that was probably the end of the hunt for winning the race, but it turned out that we got running strong and we ran hard all day.
Pancho Carter began the lineage of Michigan 500 winners. Last year, the promise of excitement was fulfilled again as the kart teams returned to the Irish Hills. Mario Andretti qualified quickest, but then crashed his car and was forced to start last.
I had to use the backup car in the race, and obviously to be able to keep the leaders in sight, I had to really go for it. So right at the start, I probably took a couple chances, but it worked pretty well.
Up front, Rick Mears and Gordon Johncock chopped at each other for the lead. A.J. Foyt became a victim as Hector Rabake swerved to avoid a slower car and pushed Foyt into the wall. For the second year in a row, it was A.J. Foyt to take an ambulance ride to the track hospital. Then, Andretti joined the fight from last place. Johncock took on all challenges, while Rick Mears found the wall. With Mears out of the way, it was Gordon Johncock that pulled the winner's circle.
I was very pleased last year when I seen the checkered flag at Michigan. There's been so many times that towards the end of the race with 10 or 15 laps to go that something happened to our race car when we've been leading several races. And last year I had a 14-second lead over my teammate Mario Andretti, but you never know what can happen towards the end.
In just a few moments, the process begins again. It's race day in Michigan for the third annual Michigan